Hello, everyone. I'm Phoenix Tremayne, and today we're going to be talking about Beautiful for the week of April the 19th to the 23rd. This is going to be a weekend review. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe so that you can get the latest soap news, updates, information, anything you can think about soaps. Right here is the place that you need to be. We also have a membership where you get exclusive videos, early access to videos. You get a whole lot. If you hit the join button, you'll see a video that tells you all about the great perks you get for being a member. Then you can decide if you want to join. And now we're going to get into this Bold and Beautiful weekend review. Yes, I have something in my throat, making me choke. And but I'm gonna get through this. Okay, I got my eyes watering. But Quinn opens up to Carter about the lack of intimacy with Eric, and we get the obligatory scene of her seeing him almost naked, and he was not shy about standing around in his boxers in front of her, which was all sorts of wrong and complicated. For the simple fact that she's a married woman that's telling you her husband's not giving her none, and she desperately need to get his wop up to somebody, preferably Eric. But the way she was looking at Carter, like he was a Snickers bar, if he had like dropped them drawers, I don't think Quinn would have left. Just saying. Um, in real life, he probably would have dropped them drawers. Liam continues to act sketchy and scared. Bill continues to try and keep him quiet. Um, and by week's end, Hope says she forgives him, and Liam forgives Liam, and she wants Liam to come home. A lot of Bold and Beautiful is very repetitive. So this is going to be like a really short weekend review. Not only is the show a half hour, but you really got characters repeating themselves throughout the week. You know, I'm going to give Clifton Scott the best actor of the week. I'm going to give Clifton Scott the best actor of the week just because he's doing such a really good job of being such an emotionally wrecked character. But it's really reminded me of Flo constantly saying she has to tell Hope the truth. And then now I'm getting Liam saying he needs to tell Hope the truth. And he also needs to tell the police the truth. So despite those bad flashbacks, the acting is good, but the storyline is way too repetitive for a half-hour show that should be progressing. Not this is like what week 3 now of Liam saying he's got to go tell the police the truth. Week 3. So we spent the week trying to get Carter back. She talked to Ridge and Eric, saying how much she regrets going after Zende. And then she talks to Carter himself about how much she misses him and wants him. But we now know she's leaving the show, if you saw my coming and going. So it don't really matter to me. Unless they're going to recast the character, Zoe's probably out the door. So I now have no feelings towards whether or not I want Carter and Zoe to get back together, knowing the actress is leaving the show. Deputy Chief Baker continues his investigation and brings Sanchez in on it. Sanchez thinks that it was a deal gone wrong because you know what Vinny was into. But Baker wants to focus on Finn, Liam, and Bill because he's thinking about that baby switch angle, even though Sanchez is like, that's not it. And you know, the fans know that's not it. It's literally an accident that Bill made worse by not calling the police and saying, hey, we just had a car accident. And even if they tried to charge Liam saying he did it on purpose, he didn't lure, you know, him out there. He didn't know he was going to be out there, so it wasn't premeditated. It was truly an accident. And even if they tried to say that he did it on purpose, you know, Bill can hire a lawyer like Justin to refute that, you know, reasonable doubt. Liam probably wouldn't have gotten any trouble realistically. Though once you start hiding stuff and hiding the car and lying about your whereabouts, now it looks like you did it on purpose. Katie wants to reconnect with Bill, and she wants to know, why he's been so out of touch. But we didn't get to see the rest of the scene because the show was preempted. So we'll see it on Monday that Katie and Bill will get interrupted by Chief Baker, who is investigating, and of course is going to make Bill mad because Bill's Bill. The actor of the week, as I said, is Clifton Scott. The best moment of the week was Carter teasing Quinn. Quinn's my favorite character on the show, and even though I don't really see any real chemistry between her and Carter, I think that it is an interesting way to go. Although, if Carter does sleep with Quinn, then that puts his job in jeopardy, and he just made COO of the company. And he's also been portrayed as a pretty good guy. So, yeah, that could get real messy. But this could be another Ridge situation where Quinn gets really close to sleeping with Ridge, and then it don't happen. And then May Court and May sweeps. Eric is going to be interested in Donna again. I thought he would at least be interested in Shauna. But I know Denise Richards is doing back-to-back movies, so she probably didn't really have the time for him to go after Shauna. But yeah, you heard it here. Eric is going to be interested in Donna again. I think it starts next week. It's part of the May Sweeps preview, but it's going to start next week where Eric confides in Donna that he's not giving Quinn no D. So I had made a joke. I don't know if I should say it because it might be in bad taste, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I was just gonna say that y'all know that I usually refer to Eric as Santa Claus because half the time he looks like Santa Claus, even when it's not Christmas. And so I was gonna say that he doesn't want to give Mrs. Claus the candy cane. Except it was a little vulgar than that. But you get the point. See, it wasn't a horrible joke, but most of y'all probably didn't laugh. Most of y'all probably didn't laugh. But the worst moment of the week is Hope. Bad fashion choices for a fashion designer. She looked like she was wearing a Little House on the Prairie fetish dress. I'm so tired of Hope looking like a Little House on the Prairie reject. And then sometimes they have Brooke wearing that god awful clothing that's just like Hope's, is like she's wearing Hope for the Future, where she wearing like sweater dresses and whatnot. I'm like, or bad country western, looks. And these are supposed to be designers and people that are supposed to be with money and fashion and sexy, and good Lord. Watching Hope in that dress is just so distracting. It has nothing to do with her acting, but can somebody please give that girl a decent wardrobe? So that's it. So thank you for watching. I'm Phoenix Tremayne. And yeah, that was Bold and Beautiful, the week of April 19th to the 23rd. Thanks for watching.